we're doing things just a little bit different today, because how many of you know that sometimes doing things a little different is a healthy thing? Sometimes when you have a break in the monotony, like Will Smith said in his song, you remember that? I think it was Summertime. Was that Summertime? Just a little something to break the monotony for all those hardcore days that it's gotten to be. A little bit out of control, the school, the dance. But what about the groove that soothes, the ruse, romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix. You know what I'm saying? Summertime. But but it's not summertime. It's actually fall. So I was gonna make sure oh yes, I was gonna make sure we change it up, man. We gotta change it up every now and again because we gotta show you what the outside looks like, right? When you are cooped up in a certain mindset, right? You tend to only see what's in front of you and not reality, what's out there, what's possible, right? And so there you are, you know, you're only stuck with what you're stuck with, just wanted to, that's Paul from Atlanta. Shout out to Will Smith. What's going on, Barshawn? Samuel, Neela from the 305, live, tuning in live from 305. Absolutely. Look, your questions will still be answered. You know why? Because I'll answer them with the numbers. Okay? I'll answer them with the numbers. Look at this. My goodness. These guys really are in the festive mood, aren't they? So I was talking to someone today, you all, and just to be honest, we want to clear the air here. They could not believe that the velocity banking method could work in such a way. And they were asking me questions that literally they already knew the answer to, but they just wanted to make sure. And I told them, hey, don't feel bad, because like my mom told me, I was like, man, I came across, I think it was a math problem. And I was like, my goodness, this is hard. This is difficult. Why is this such a challenge? And I was sharing this with my mom, and my mom said something that I'll never forget. She only said one time. She said, son, it's not difficult. It's just new. Write that down, somebody. You got to put that down in the chat. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's just new. And when you realize that these concepts and these methods, these procedures that we're implementing and that we're actually educating bankers on, when you realize that it's new and it's not difficult, your whole world changes. I'm telling you right now, your car will change. I'm telling you right now, your neighborhood would change. I'll tell you right now, your house will change. Your bank account will change. Your attitude towards life will change. Your attitude towards your community will change. Once you realize, man, they've got a brain and I've got a brain. And you know what? I can think just as well as they can. There you go, Barshawn. Hashtag not difficult, just new. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when you realize that, you open up a brand new opportunity, a brand new door for you. And when you open up that door, how many of you know that there are other people that are going to go through that door? I think of the pioneers of the past, whether those pioneers are, you know, Perhaps they're pioneers in medicine. Perhaps they're pioneers, like Louis Pasteur. That's where we get the word pasteurized from. Whether they're pioneers. Percy Julian, he was a chemist, you know, or whether you're making breakthroughs in boxing or whatnot, breaking barriers. The pioneers, they had to go through some things, didn't they? To give us, though, right, what we have today. And that's what it's about. While you're traveling, right? While you're traveling along in this life, while we're seeing each other, right? I want you to keep in mind, what are you going to leave behind? You know what I mean? When you move, what did you leave behind in that community? You know, a lot of you're getting onto the velocity banking method. You're going to teach your children. You're going to teach your children's children, and then your children are going to teach your children's children, and then their credit scores are going to go up, and their bank accounts are going to go up, and they're going to have people ask them, hey, how did you pay the mortgage down? How did you pay that car loan off so quickly? And you're going to be able to teach them. You're going to be able to see that. You know what I mean? And you can't really put a price on that. You can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on a little kid saying, Mom, don't worry about paying the electric bill. Remember, because you paid your credit card, you still have the money on the credit card. You can pay the electric bill with your credit card. Remember, you put the $100 there. How do you put a price on that, folks? Can somebody tell me that? How is that possible? How do you put a price on that? When it's so simple, right? When it's broken down, when it's repeated. Repetition is a good teacher. I'm telling you, it's the mother of learning. I had to have it repeated to me dozens of times, okay? But how do you put a price on that when a little kid is saying and teaching the velocity banking method? How do you put a price on a guy who's never seen the velocity banking method, snatching the marker? I'm talking about Marcus, right? Snatching the marker from your hand and then presenting the velocity banking method better than you could. You don't put a price on that. Why? Because this method actually teaches itself. So if you are in need of any questions about the velocity banking method, please let me know. All right? That's what we're here for. We had a one-on-one today. It was beautiful, right? It was actually over an hour, but boy, we were talking about all kinds of great and fruitful and productive issues that this person needed resolved, and we resolved them with the next steps for them. With the next steps, whether that's marketing in your business, whether that's business credit, whether that's personal credit. Sometimes there's just a little tweak or two that we need to do, okay? And when we do that, you have that insight, right? To where, okay, all right, so you know what? Even though I am, even though I am a, let's say, commercial broker, even though I am a banker, even though I am a lender, even though I am a retailer, perhaps you're a manager at Burger King or what have you. Even though I am those things, I first and foremost am a marketer. Because without others knowing what I do, without me showing my skills and how I can serve them better than the competition, they're not going to know I exist. The money's not going to flow into my bank account, and they're going to miss out on the service that I can provide. Does that make sense? So, just like you learned that credit cards are not bad and that you should not cut them up, make sure that you learn that as well. Very powerful, isn't it, Mark? Absolutely. Change brings growth, and growth brings change. Carlos is up in here from Buffalo, New York. Definitely in the house. Definitely in the house. So, I mean, That's just definitely food for thought, you know, food for thought. She was asking me, well, CJ, I have a 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, $10,000 line of credit, and it's connected to the checking account. But how do I get the checking account? How do I get that money out of the line of credit into the checking account? And I said, listen, you may want to talk to your bank and keep that checking account at zero balance so that you can use that debit card to pull from your credit account that is connected. But I said, check with your bank and just make sure. Okay? Check with your bank. Those terms and conditions. Let's go ahead and check with them and make sure you can do that. Otherwise, use that Visa or use that line of credit, right? Now, this is a case in point. What if they did not feel comfortable with doing that yet? What if they did not feel comfortable using that Visa card, that Visa credit, the MasterCard? What if they didn't feel comfortable? Then guess what? I met them where they felt comfortable. Period. They want to use their line of credit, then use your line of credit. Take that money as an advance from your line of credit and then put it towards what? The checking account. If you feel safer doing that, right? And I told them, listen, don't get hung up on the fees, all right? Because you're paying off massive loans with your line of credit. Plus, you're also building your credit repertoire, your credit reputation, okay? Let's not forget reputation is so much better than money, okay? Much better, much better. So we just wanted to go ahead and give you that tidbit. Listen, we thank you so much for tuning in. I know you guys have those questions, man, have those questions at me. I wanted to change it up here because I know that sometimes we all need to see what is possible. You know what I mean? Look at the blue sky. Look at this. Can you put a price on that? Not at all. Folks, thank you so much. And God bless. Hit me up with them comments. And we will see Leon very, very soon. That's right, Barshawn. Credit can always be restored and rebuilt. Man, that is an excellent point to close out on. God bless y'all. Have a good one.